Many have come to protest, many to pray, but most have come to participate in what has become the best show in town.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got some updates for you on the war going on in Iran, which isn't a war, of course, because that has to be declared by Congress. So it's not bad.
Thank you.
Just some kind of military action.
The military action is going great. I saw this morning President Trump rated it a 15 out of 10.
15 out of 10.
Wow, that's good.
That's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
All right. So the Senate voted 53-47 to allow President Trump to continue the U.S. military action in Iran.
Rand Paul joined Democrats. John Fetterman joined Republicans.
Wow. Interesting, isn't it? He really did vote with Republicans this time.
Yes, he did.
House is going to vote today.
Yeah, and that's where Republicans have a 218 to 214 advantage. If you lose Massey, 217 to 215?
Should still pass?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or however they've worded it, or it'll be defeated. Right. One of the two.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Yeah. Yesterday, we got an update on U.S. actions from War Secretary Pete Hegseth. Here's what he had to tell us.
In a few days, in under a week, the two most powerful air forces in the world will have complete control of Iranian skies, uncontested airspace.
Okay.
I hope all the folks watching understand what uncontested airspace and complete control means. It means we will fly all day, all night, day and night, finding, fixing, and finishing the missiles and defense industrial base of the Iranian military, finding and fixing their leaders and their military leaders, flying over Tehran, flying over Iran, flying over their capital, flying over the IRGC, Iranian leaders looking up and seeing only U.S. and Israeli air power every minute of every day until we decide it's over.
Think about it.
And Iran will be able to do nothing about it. B-2s, B-52s, B-1s, Predator drones, fighters, controlling the skies, picking targets. Death and destruction from the sky all day long. We're playing for keeps. Our warfighters have maximum authorities granted personally by the president and yours.
Oh, and yours.
And yours, true.
I'm assuming he said truly.
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, he also said that they've already unleashed more than twice as much in the first few days of epic fury than they did during the shock and awe phase of Iraq.
Wow.
Which, if you recall, didn't feel like shock and awe.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, but that's amazing.
And neither does this really. And we see, except that you see the maps of where they've done to Iran, and you think, wow, that actually is a lot.
We're not carpet bombing. It's selected targets.
Right.
So that's important to note. We're not just indiscriminately bombing places. There's actual targets that we're trying to take out.
And they're doing it. But the skies are still kind of contested a little bit. Right, we had yesterday, and I'm probably in your timeline, but the first air shoot down of a plane, right, since World War II or something. The Israeli F-35 shot down an Iranian plane.
Oh,
and that was the first time that they had air-to-air combat plane blown out of the sky.
An Iranian plane actually challenged?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And when you say challenged, it was in the same airspace.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there was a challenge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But so we had that yesterday. We had the submarine, right? The submarine.
Yeah, that sank the
that was
ship.
The first. I mean, those things haven't happened since World War II.
Yeah, right.
We're down, and so okay.
Interesting.
Here we go.
That's cool, though. Since World War II, we haven't done that. Okay.
And supposedly the whole Iranian Navy is sunk. I mean, the 11 destroyers they had are all destroyed. So apparently, it's kind of interesting because after we had another conflict with them in 1988, and we wiped out their Navy then. And then after that, they completely changed their strategy and rebuilt their Navy. And they decided they were going to swarm U.S. ships the next time with overwhelming speed
speedboats
and power.
Yeah.
and they can't because we destroyed them first. They can't even get close to us,
right?
Because we're launching from these ships Tomahawk missiles that go hundreds of miles.
I saw a report this morning. I think we're using the laser.
Yeah.
I think we finally used the laser, right?
I think so.
It's out there. Yeah. We talked about it yesterday. I mean, we're using stuff that you don't want none of this.
No, you don't. Especially, I mean, Iran can't possibly stand up to this.
Not now. No.
I mean, you might think, I don't know if even Russia and China could, but
I don't
certainly
know either.
Iran can't.
That's why I think we're using some of this stuff, to be honest, is just to show them, look.
Here's what we can do.
This is just a little taste. Little taste.
You saw that, speaking of China, they had their top refiners halt the exports of diesel and gasoline. And I just wonder if they're getting a little nervous over there since their supply's been disrupted. Oh, you might want to
we need to
some of
keep
that
what
stuff
we
close
have.
to home.
Yeah, we need to keep what we have.
Just wait till we break out our transport machine where we can just transport missiles right back in your face.
Think about it.
China's already seen that
Would
technology.
be cool.
They have seen that. We haven't used it in war yet.
Think about
But
it.
we used it against a Malaysian plane, and you don't want none of that. I promise you that. We'll send you right to Diego Garcia.
You'd be there with the rest of them. That's why we couldn't land there. That's why UK didn't want us there to begin with.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you're looking around thinking, where the hell? What?
What
Well,
happened?
I'm not even. Where is this?
Diego Garcia, that's where you're at.
Press secretary calmed the markets by explaining what President Trump was doing to stabilize oil prices. Now, oil prices were a big issue for the market the other day. When it opened, it was already down, was it 1,100 points?
Yeah.
We
more
were
than
saying?
that, more than
And, and it was because they're worried about the Strait of Hormuz, where 30% of oil goes through. And Iran had promised to set all of those tankers on fire. So
it was $67 a barrel when the action began. Now it's $77 a barrel.
okay.
So it's been holding steady though
Interesting.
since Tuesday when it got up to that.
So our press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, talked about stabilizing oil prices yesterday.
To your first question about oil prices, thank God we have a president who has exuded American energy dominance over the past year, and an administration that is wholeheartedly focused on keeping prices stable as best as we can. Of course, this operation is temporary to protect the homeland, but crude oil prices did fall yesterday. They remain stable today after the president announced steps to ensure the stability in global energy markets. Again, those include the DEC offering reasonably priced political risk insurance, and the potential for the U.S. Navy to provide protection for the flow of energy through the Strait of Hormuz. It is the president's belief and his economic team's belief that the economy continues to be very strong. It's robust and will be able to weather any of the temporary impacts of Operation Epic Fury.
Okay.
Yeah, so when she said that, she said it had lowered. So it went up to 77, then came down to 73 something right about the time she was doing that press conference yesterday, and now we're back up to 77. So
$77 per barrel.
Yeah.
Right. So what did that translate to at the pump?
Too much.
Here in Texas, it's
$289.
Yeah, 289. That's what it
289.
translates to, because that's what
I
it
just
is.
saw it.
Yeah.
$289.
there's
Q-
not
the
a lot of
QT is at
people crying
289.
for us at that price. But
And that's not, I mean, the low, obviously, I mean, the lowest is not 289.
yeah, the national average is
Over 3. Talked about it yesterday. It's gone up.
325, up from I think 319 yesterday.
ouch,
Yeah.
that's not good.
Right.
But like the president, this is probably going to happen. It'll stabilize after we get this done, hopefully, right? I mean, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
I like the
Sure.
plan. I like the next image here. I don't know how long this would take to build. I mean,
Canal of Hormuz.
the Canal of Hormuz. Look at that. See? That way that bottleneck, that's Iran up to the north there. You cut that right out. How long is it going to take to build that? Little
How long did it
bypass.
take to build
Well,
the
that'd be a
Panama
long
Canal?
time. Yeah, a long time. You're not building
That was a long time.
Then the whole tip goes away. You're still going to be right back where you started.
Yeah, but you won't be right up against Iran.
Would the tip float away and
Yeah.
slam into Iran?
Yes.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Oh, I
so
see what
so
you're
then
saying.
you're right
Yeah.
up next to Iran again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know. Oh, man. So would that be enough of a buffer from them?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Would it be worth doing? I don't know.
It doesn't seem they certainly haven't done it.
Interesting idea, though. It's a fascinating idea. And then if we build it, do we own it?
Absolutely.
Like the Panama Canal.
Are we going to hand it over?
Hand it over to China or Iran? Hey, we built this canal for you. Now you guys.
I mean, they
run
wanted
it.
to do that in Florida, and they started that, and they were like, "Oh no, let's not do that." They didn't want the whole thing to float away.
How many miles is that? Do we know?
It's like at least 7.
So it was 50 miles. Took 10 years. Panama Canal over 100 years ago. So
we could do it maybe in less than that.
I mean, we went to the moon then too. So
not 100 years ago.
Yeah, it might take us a while.
Might. Yeah, might. There was a ship in the region that recorded Tomahawk missiles flying by their ship.
This was awesome to see.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous as hell. Please, going. Holy crap.
And it makes you speak gibberish.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the guys was not speaking gibberish.
One more.
You might hear a bleep at some point.
Missile. Drone.
Yeah, there's the bleep.
That's why they can't get anywhere near our ships. They
Right,
thought they were
right.
going to do it with this fast attack thing. No. No.
No, you're not.
Those are coming at you from hundreds of miles away. And then what are you going to do about it?
Nothing.
It's like our fighter planes. Same thing. The fighter jets can kill you from many miles away. They don't need to do dog fights now. You know, if they know you're coming, they see you on radar, know you're an enemy, they'll just fire a missile from 150 miles away, and you're done. So it's not wise to pick a fight with us.
Right.
So you better stop. Just a good safety
Just
tip
stop.
from us here. Just stop.
Just stop.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent had a message for Spain's far-left government as they continue to be uncooperative with the mission in Iran.
President Trump's frustration with the Spanish government is justified that, first of all, they've been terrible actors. They are the only NATO member not meeting their NATO requirement. That's
Kick 'em
known
out.
as a free rider.
Right.
So the Spanish government is intentionally free riding off the U.S. government and all the other NATO allies who have stepped up. NATO has never been stronger thanks to President Trump. And the Spanish don't want to pay their fair share.
Get 'em
and they
out.
said, well, you know, we've got the Pyrenees between us and Russia. Well, you know, the U.S. has the Atlantic Ocean, and we are the largest contributor to NATO. And then it was unacceptable over the weekend that the Spanish were highly uncooperative regarding the U.S. bases and what we could do with our planes as we began executing on Operation Epic Fury. So anything that slows down our ability to engage and prosecute this war in the fastest, most effective manner puts American lives at risk. The Spanish put American lives at risk.
And we're not going to have any of that.
Yeah. They've never been overly friendly or really true allies of us. I think they're still a little irritated by the Spanish-American War when we kicked their ass and sent them back to Spain where they belong. That's what I think is going on.
Get over it.
Yeah, get over. They're not going to, but so just boot them out of NATO. Then, if the Pyrenees are your protection,
There you go.
go ahead and use that. You don't have to pay for the Pyrenees. So get out of NATO. I bet. I mean, this president, I don't think he'll tolerate that. No.
Right.
I sure hope he does something about it. In the Senate yesterday, Mitch McConnell expressed some support for the president and his decision.
This is for real?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's AI. I don't know if it's real.
Okay.
Here we go.
The Islamic Republic of Iran was quite literally founded on the premise of existential war
AI would have been better than
against
this.
America and against Israel.
I want to see it's coming in and leaving.
And over again,
Go home.
it has escalated the war, exported more terror, spilled more blood, and destabilized.
Pause it for a sec. Nothing will fire you up in the U.S. Senate more than this guy, right? I mean, listen to this speech. He is just getting them.
We just watched a guy leave.
No, that's Lindsey Graham. You think if anyone's going to stay to listen to a speech supporting war?
Yeah, he's not. He's out.
Lost Lindsey Graham.
Man, what a halftime speech this would be. For,
right.
Push him back. Way back.
I think I moved or here's some more.
He's not moving either, man. He's standing straight. He is standing. They've got him.
I don't know that he
propped
can
up there.
move.
Right, I know.
Leaning.
He's in a wheelchair. We've seen that.
Yeah.
And so maybe he can just stand there. I don't know what
Yeah,
happens
they've got
if
him
he tries
propped
to
up.
walk. But
They have to. Maybe the guy's standing behind him down low.
it's possible. Let's see the rest.
Region.
Read
So
it.
make no mistake about it, this war belongs to the mullahs in Tehran. And as I've explained so many times over the years, the powers of the president for the use of military force
So many times.
with or without
So many
prior
years.
congressional approval are actually well established. Every single president during my time in the Senate has invoked these inherent authorities, from President Reagan's strikes on Libya
Holy cow.
to President Biden's strikes on the Houthis.
Bless his heart.
This is painful.
President
It
Trump's
is.
use of force
I'm
to
not
end
blessed.
Iran's
Don't
war
bless his heart.
on terror.
This is why, though, there should be
square.
age limits here or health limits, some kind
Something.
of
Something.
term limits.
Oh, this is
something.
inspiring, though. I thought you said. No? I don't know. Let's see. What is we got?
Oh, it's going to the next
I'll
page.
do the same.
What is
What?
the-
What was
Now,
that?
with that said,
Well, that's
the
I don't know what you
president's
said, but
authority
with
to
it.
use military force
Still going.
Yes.
not
Still going.
absolutely absolve him from our responsibility
Okay.
places
He's still in bed
security
right now. He's
decisions
tired.
on the broadest
Yeah,
possible
this wiped him out.
Yeah.
political
I think you're right. I think that
foundation.
chair behind him is acting as holding him up.
Precisely
You know, like
because the president
he's leaning on
holds
that.
such
Basically.
expansive
And if he falls, he'll fall into the
constitutional
chair.
It's incumbent on them to ensure such use
Oh my gosh.
is judicious, rooted in core national interests,
Okay.
and broadly
This is
supported
good.
Just
by the American
goodbye.
people.
Okay.
Go home.
I mean, this is what we're dealing with in the U.S. Senate.
Right.
Can people see this and hear this? And are you paying attention to what is happening in our highest forms of government? That's the U.S. Senate. There's only 100 of them, and several of them are in that condition. That's okay with people? It's not okay with
Yes,
me.
so.
It needs to stop.
Kentucky continued to vote him in.
It needs to stop. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to Mitch McConnell, but he's beyond the point, obviously, where he should be legislating for
Right.
this country. Go home and enjoy your
You and your wife have
retirement.
made enough money from your Chinese chip deals.
Yeah.
Your family and Chinese chip deals. Just go home. Relax.
It's incredible that we allow this to
It sure
continue.
is.
And everybody sees this and hears it, and they're like, yeah, he's still
That's the way
in
it is.
office.
That's the way it is. He was elected to office.
You can't discriminate against. Well, yeah, you can. Okay, you can. We must have people in office who are capable of thinking and moving and speaking and influencing people. That isn't
Pretty tough.
an example of it.
Pretty tough. I know.
Wow. Well, I think we've established he's no Marco Rubio. Before he
no
was
doubt.
Secretary of State, he was a senator, of course, and 11 years ago, he gave a speech on the Senate floor about Iran. During the time Barack Obama was making that terrible deal, and we heard about that yesterday, where they piled up cash. President talked about it. They loaded a 757, took out the seats so they could fit all the money in it, and then flew it to Iran and left it on the tarmac. Okay, well, here's what Marco said about all of that.
Tennessee would like to close on this matter. I think everything that needs to be said about the details of this deal have already been said. I do want to be recorded for history's purposes before I know what is going to happen in regards to this if it goes through. Iran will immediately use the money that it's receiving in sanctions relief to begin to build up its conventional capabilities. It will establish the most dominant military power in the region outside of the United States, and it will raise the price of us operating in the region. They're going to build anti-access capabilities, rockets capable of destroying our aircraft carriers and ships. Continue to build these swift boats that are able to come on us, these fast boats that are able to swarm our naval assets. And they'll make it harder and harder for U.S. troops to be in the region. They'll also work with other terrorist groups in the region to target American servicemen and women. And they may or may not deny that they're involved, but they will target us and raise the price of our presence in the Middle East until they hope to completely pull us out of that region. They'll also continue to build long-range missiles, missiles capable of reaching the United States. Those are not affected by this deal, and they'll continue to build them as they've been doing. And then at some point in the near future, when the time is right, they will build a nuclear weapon. And they will do so because at that point they will know that they have become immune, that we will no longer be able to strike their nuclear program because the price of doing so will be too high. This is not just a work of imagination. It exists in the world today. It's called North Korea, where a lunatic possesses dozens of nuclear weapons and a long-range rocket that can already reach the United States. And we cannot do anything about it. An attack on North Korea today would result in an attack on Tokyo, or Seoul, or Guam, or Hawaii, or California. And so the world must now live with a lunatic in possession of nuclear weapons. And this is the goal Iran has as well, to reach a point where they become immune to any sort of credible military threat because the price of a military strike would be too high. And then they become an established nuclear weapons power. And never in the history of the world
pretty close to that
has such a regime ever possessed weapons so capable of destruction. Iran is led by a supreme leader who is a radical Shia cleric with an apocalyptic vision of the future. He is not a traditional geopolitical actor who makes decisions on the basis of borders or simply history or because of ambitions. He has an religious apocalyptic vision of the future, one that calls for triggering a conflict between the non-Muslim world and the Muslim world, one that he feels especially obligated to trigger. And he's going to possess nuclear weapons. This is the world that we are on the verge of leaving our children to inherit. And perhaps we ourselves will have to share in it. And so I want to be recorded for history's purposes, if nothing else, to say that those of us who opposed this deal understood where it would lead. And we are making a terrible mistake. And I fear that a passage of this deal will make it even harder for us to prevent it. And I hope that there is still time to change our minds. But here's the good news. Iran may have a supreme leader, but America does not. In this nation, we have a republic. And soon we will have new leaders, perhaps in this chamber, but also in the executive branch.
Yep.
And I pray that on their first day in office, they will reverse this deal and reimpose the sanctions.
Okay.
And back them up with a credible threat of military force.
That did happen.
Or history will condemn us for not doing what needed to be done at this critical moment in the world.
That's why I'm going to run for president.
Well, he's no Mitch McConnell. That's for
he
sure.
Is no Mitch McConnell.
He's just not.
That's the Marco we voted for in Florida, no doubt about it.
Good stuff. And he's right, of course. And that's exactly what Iran did. They tried to reorganize their Navy into this fast boat thing where they could swarm us and overwhelm us. Fortunately, they're not able to.
And they paid for proxies around the world.
Right.
I mean, they did that for sure.
Yep.
And denied it, like you said. But, I mean, it was all came back to them. Pretty incredible.
It is incredible. It's amazing how many conflicts, though, we've had with Iran over the years. And some we don't even remember necessarily. Do you remember the one in 1988?
No.
That we had a huge naval battle with them? Sunk a bunch of their ships at that time. I mean, I heard a statistic yesterday that, and so I looked it up on AI, and it looks like it's true. In the history of the United States, out of 250 years, we have actually had total peace.
Oh, yeah.
For 15 to 17 of those years.
Yeah, okay. I saw that too. Yeah.
15 to 17 years.
Total peace.
Yeah, I mean, that means military actions. Yeah. That means the war in Vietnam, Afghanistan. You know, we've got something going on. Grenada, Panama, Ecuador, whatever it is, somewhere in the world, we've got some sort of military action happening. Out of 250 years, we've had absolute peace for 15 to 17 of those years.
And a lot of that has been precipitated by us and our intelligence agencies, unfortunately.
Yeah, it has.
But it's a startling statistic.
It is, especially when you think back to what our founders foresaw for us. Right. They wanted us to stay out of it. Don't worry about Europe's problems. That's why we're separated by an ocean. We don't have to worry about Europe's problems. Now, the world's a little smaller.
Sure is.
Because of technology, and there are things that we had to get involved in, but we don't have to get involved in all the things we've been involved in. Mm-hmm. This might be a necessary one, but
so that's a good, okay. So I think that's what Americans are currently deciding. We saw yesterday, I saw the poll numbers that said we're split 50-50 as a nation on whether or not we should be in Iran.
Okay.
So the 50% that do support what is happening in Iran right now, how long will they support this? Will it be weeks? Because Hegseth said he just got done saying,
I think it will be
look,
weeks.
we're going to control the entire skies in less than a week.
Okay.
The president originally said, probably about a 4-week timeline. And then he said, we're ahead of schedule on that. Now, a clip's been going around. I didn't send it in today.
4 weeks is too long.
Mm-hmm.
A clip's been going around. I didn't send this in, but it was startling and a reminder when Vice President Dick Cheney was out there pitching the Iraq War and said, weeks. And he was pressed, are we talking months? And I think that Cheney said, no, it's closer to weeks, something like that. We were there for how many years? Nation building.
Long time.
We cannot do that. We cannot do that again. This has to be get the Islamists out of power and get home.
Do what you said and get out.
Yeah.
And it can't be more than a month. I mean, holy cow.
Okay, so that's your limit.
It is.
A month.
It
okay.
is. I mean, a month is way too long.
The other thing that will limit it is casualties. If we start incurring casualties like we already did with the 6 dead in Kuwait, we won't have any tolerance for it.
I think we're up to 8 now.
Are we?
I think we've got
from
2
that
more.
same incident?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dang it. Wow.
I know.
Yeah, it was a major and a chief warrant officer.
From Kuwait?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know.
That's difficult.
It is.
It's difficult. Not everyone supports what we're doing in Iran. This retired Marine showed up in uniform at a Senate Armed Services hearing yesterday to protest. And CBS News reporter Alan, he was there to record it. Here's what happened there.
He had just been yelling.
Out! No one wants to fight for Israel!
Okay, pause it right here. There, okay.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I was trying to avoid that.
Oh, yeah, okay. He got...
Yeah, all right, you can just kill it now. We're done here.
So he breaks his arm in that
you can take that
door
off.
jam.
You can feel it, yeah.
And then you had the...
that's creepy.
Yeah.
And the people out in the hallway hollering that the senator broke his hand. The senator broke his hand.
Well,
the
yeah,
senator
because
broke his hand.
it happened before Senator Tim Sheehy of Montana got up there to help drag him out. That was... that was a dramatic moment.
I appreciate the senator getting involved, but he needs to
Armed Services Committee yesterday. But I think, I don't know if we have time here, but...
was he talking about nobody wants to fight next to Israel?
Yes.
No one wants to fight for Israel.
That was an anti-Israel thing?
He was in his dress blue. Yeah. It was really bad.
That's bad.
It was really bad. And
and this guy, so there is him with his wife and his family there in Raleigh, North Carolina. He has run under the Green Party banner many times, I think, for Congress.
Is his wife Muslim?
And he is now
where do you get that?
He's the Green Party candidate for Senate there in North Carolina, and so. He has been involved with the Freedom Flotilla organized by Operation, what is it, Code Pink? Right? So he has some connections there.
Good luck.
So, right. So, I mean, we don't have time here, but his wife makes appearances at the Raleigh City Council where she has said some interesting things we might want to play. But look, I mean, we just got done saying how our tolerance is, what, you said a month? A month of right?
My tolerance is a month, and that's pushing it.
Yeah.
That's pushing
it. I think that's a fair timeline.
That's the timeline we were told, 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's what we were told.
We'll tolerate that.
We can't forget that. But people like Brian McGinnis, the Marine there, they're going to make more and more frequent appearances.
Yeah,
it's going to be interesting to see how the PR
funded
game
by
goes.
George Soros, no doubt. Fired up by the left, the communists and socialists on the left, the Israel haters, the anti-Semites, the people with Muslim families. I mean, that's interesting that he started screaming. If you were just upset with our military action, you didn't want any of that. Okay, I'm more willing to listen to that. I'm not. When you start talking about you don't want anything next to Israel, you lost me. You lost me.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here from Jimmy Dimples. Glad I topped off my tank before all this combat in Iran. At least gas prices aren't Biden bad yet.
Yeah.
Little Bird 10. Could you imagine having lunch with all of these older senators? The gum and lip smacking.
Most of the time, they're just
asleep in their chair. Yeah, fall into their soup. Frank Johnson's alter ego. I'm betting a doctor would revoke Mitch McConnell's driver's license. I bet that's already happened.
He hasn't.
I bet he can't drive.
He hasn't driven an automobile in years.
But he is allowed to drive our nation.
What's wrong with that, Pat?
No, nothing. It's
He's
great. You saw
the elected senator from the state of Kentucky.
Just keep him hydrated and we're fine.
Yes.
He's the peak of sharpness right now.
Yes. He stood there like a champ.
Never been better.
Right. Well, that's what they said about Biden, too. That's what Joe Scarborough said about, this is the best Biden ever. Okay. All right.
The Republican?
Phil
Joe Scarborough?
Yes, from Republican conservative Joe Scarborough.
Don't forget that.
From Phil Onius? Felonious. Okay. When the Iranian regime chooses to surrender, it should be mandatory to listen to Mitch McConnell's speech for 24 hours to obtain immunity.
Whoa, easy.
That's against the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, we don't torture.
No, we don't do that.
Trouble with the UN.
We could send them to Saudi Arabia, and maybe they could do that. What do they call that when you send them to other nations to be rendering or something? Helpful. Yeah, you call it helpful. Yeah, thanks for the assist there. Milk.
Not possible.
Levi
it
the
is
intern.
Not possible.
Oh, Levi's tweeting again?
I
Levi
just talked to him yesterday and told him no tweeting during working hours.
Somebody hacked his account.
All right, that's probably what happened. I stopped taking melatonin and started listening to Mitch McConnell speeches on loop. No
wonder he's
probably
in a bad mood every day.
From BYU Mullethead, are we still talking about the epic war? We could be talking about Epstein.
Yeah, you talk about back burner time.
Yeah, for sure.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
The what?
I don't know what it's
interesting.
Okay.
I don't remember what it is.
Let me take just a minute and tell you about lean. Because everybody's talking about weight loss right now, the weight loss injections, because the results are pretty dramatic. They work by lowering blood sugar and reducing appetite. So what if you're looking to lose weight, but you're not interested in painful weekly injections, and you're not interested in the side effects that we hear about? Jeffy mentions Ozempic butt just about every day. Right?
Yeah,
just about every day.
And there's a new
Ozempic
one too.
neck.
Ozempic neck, yeah.
So you don't want none of that.
No, you don't.
That's why doctors created a weight loss supplement called Lean, and the results are pretty amazing. The studied ingredients in Lean have been shown to lower your blood sugar. They burn fat by converting it into energy and curb your appetite and cravings, so you're not as hungry. But here's the thing. Lean is not for the casual dieter with only a few pounds to lose. This is for serious dieters who want to lose 10 pounds or more. So we can get you started right now with 20% off and free rush shipping so that you can add Lean to your healthy diet and exercise plan right away. Visit Take Lean, Lean, takelean.com. Enter the promo code PAT for your discount. That's promo code PAT at takelean.com.
And now, Pat Gray returns.
So the Marine that showed up to protest the war at the committee hearing yesterday, and we just showed you his family. And it seems that his wife is Muslim. I don't know if they're raising the children Muslim.
Wait, how do you get that? You keep saying that.
Yeah, did you show?
I did see her picture. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's just missing some hair.
Yeah. Even at home. Is that a thing where you must wear it at home too?
Yes.
Okay.
When I tell you to.
You want to tell you
when
to?
I tell you to.
It might be because of the picture. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as long as you have the man around and stuff, you can take the headscarf off.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway, his wife has shown up at city council meetings in their hometown of Raleigh, North Carolina, and I think we have at least one of those instances,
better be wearing a
right?
scarf.
I hope so.
She is.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
Is it just me looking at the world like it's absurd? Is it just the pro-Palestinian people that think it's mind-boggling we continue to allow the Israel government to take steps towards the annexation of the occupied West Bank?
Yes, it's just you.
The most religious thing someone can do is stand up for the oppressed.
Jeez, man.
And if you're not religious, the most human thing you can do is stand up for the oppressed.
Pause it.
Are you to make...
If you're religious, you know that what she calls the West Bank of occupied Palestinian territory is Judea and Samaria. If you're religious, you know that belongs to Israel. That's not the West Bank.
Because they occupy it.
I'm so tired of the occupied thing. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's see if we can get through this.
me believe that somehow Zionist Israel is the oppressed party in this situation? The government that has the most nukes. And they're not even monitored. And here we are giving our money and weapons.
Have they used them against you?
To me, this is so obviously another...
I don't think so.
Can you imagine if Hamas had nuclear weapons?
Oh, my gosh.
Would Israel even exist right now?
The answer is no.
No. You know they would have used them against Israel. Has Israel used them against the Palestinian people?
No, but they hold it over their heads.
I haven't even heard them mention it. You guys want to get nuked? You want us to turn the Gaza into glass? I don't hear any of that kind of stuff.
I don't know about the what she said. They're not even monitored. I kind of think they are. I mean, everyone, aren't they? I
don't know. If you're a nuclear country and everybody knows it, I don't know that we do monitor. If you have some kind of strategic agreement like we do with Russia, you got to monitor that. But I don't even know if the START treaty still is enforced. Didn't they stop that a while ago?
START is
START's gone.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
But Israel's nuclear history is interesting. I mean, that goes back to, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to look this up, but I think there's like a lab in Pennsylvania that suspects Israel got their nuclear program from
us?
From that, yeah.
Well, no. According to some people,
I won't
everything
hear of
they
it.
have is from us.
No. I mean,
if you look around the world,
it is.
You look around the world.
I mean,
most
against
of what the
our
world
wishes.
has.
Yes, of course, right.
But most of what the world has is because of us.
Let's.
I know they don't like to hear that.
They don't. But it's reality.
Tough. Yeah, here we go. It's the Apollo affair. Let's see. 1965 incident when a U.S. company, some Pittsburgh suburbs of Apollo Parks Township, Pennsylvania, was investigated for losing 200 to 600 pounds of highly enriched uranium with suspicions that it had gone to Israel's nuclear weapons program.
Suspicions. Okay. We don't know that. It could have gone to the Palestinians.
Thank
could
you.
Have gone to anyone.
Yeah, it could have gone to anybody.
Could have gone to the Iranians.
Well, we know that Israel spied on us multiple times.
Yeah.
Alan Pollard springs immediately to mind.
You keep bringing that person up.
Yeah, because he's one of the biggest, worst spies in American history.
Actions of an ally, but
no, that's true. Yeah, there's some issues there. Yeah, I mean we've got issues too, but they're not pure as the driven snow by any stretch of the imagination. However, given the choice between the two.
Yes.
And when you throw out occupied West Bank, I'm always going to push back on that. That's garbage. All right, let's see if we get through this.
Of society that wants to take it all and not leave anything for the rest of us. Anyone who construes this to be anti-Semitic, just don't. And look at the facts on the ground.
You said not to?
This is humanity, not anti-Semitism. In 1938, the Nazi regime initiated the widespread systematic confiscation of assets and property from Jewish citizens within Germany. Was that right?
No.
This ugly red party has not changed my mind about voting Green Party.
I can't. Shut up.
The clock is ticking down. We had 17 seconds.
She goes on to talk about her husband, who we've seen in the previous video.
Yeah, we got a chance to meet him, which was a joy, wasn't it? And a delight.
Did she wrap that up in 17 seconds talking about her hobby?
I bet not.
She did.
Did she really?
Watch this. She makes it under the gun.
Okay.
Let's
All
go.
right, let's finish
it. Did she go over?
Last 17 seconds. Let's see if we can make it.
Joe's
probably
this
already.
ugly red party
Okay.
has not changed my mind about voting Green Party. If anything, it has reinforced my mind. Before I run out of time, my husband Brian McGinnis is a Marine vet, and he served in the Iraq War as a gunner on an LEV between the years 2000 and 2004. He is currently a Raleigh fireman running for the U.S. Congress with the Green Party. His platform is what everyone's platform should be based on. No money from big corporations or PACs.
She didn't make it. She's 2 seconds over.
So wait, does she have to pay?
Yeah, they have
because the clock keeps ticking. She had 2 seconds.
They
She owes
have
the
to
taxpayer.
set that up so when that clock ticks 0, Mike shuts
the
off.
mic, yeah.
You're done.
All right, she did wrap up pretty quickly there at the end.
She did.
Vote for my husband. Gotta go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Jeez.
All right, so you got a third option there in North Carolina if you don't like.
Yeah.
You got.
Yeah.
I look, campaigning is going to be tough for Brian McGinnis with that broken arm now.
Yeah, shaking hands and kissing babies is a little tougher.
Yep. Man, that had to hurt. Oof.
Oh, what happened?
I don't wish that on anybody.
No, I was just protesting in the Senate.
His arm, I don't know. Let's not do
that was a small cavity to get your arm jammed in.
Yeah.
Well, I think what happened was, and this is why I don't want to really go back and look. I think there's a metal handle.
He was trying to hold on, right?
Yeah, I think he was tucked in there.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Not good.
Gross.
Not good. But
shouldn't have been there.
You can vote for him in Raleigh, North Carolina, if you like what you
anywhere
saw.
in North Carolina. He's running for Senate.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, all over the state. That's what a treat.
That would be.
By the way, in our Senate race here in Texas, President Trump just announced he is going to endorse one of the candidates. Mm-hmm. Please don't be. Please, by all that is
I think he was waiting till after he made it. Did he say that the timeline would be after the
runoff?
After the runoff?
I don't know.
No, I think he wants to influence the runoff.
I think he's trying to get people, someone to drop out.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. You know who it's going to be. Thune is pressuring him right now to endorse John Cornyn.
Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't listen to it. Let's finally get rid of that dead weight in the Republican Party. Get him out.
I tell you, you got to think this through. And I'm trying to figure out if they were waiting to see the results of the contest between Paxton and Cornyn, which was a dead heat, 40-40.
Mm-hmm.
And now, instead of having this fight and spending all this money, I don't know if it's around that or because they know that the opponent, they're going to need a lot of money against James Talarico because he is Jasmine Crockett, just in a different package.
Yeah, white guy.
It's the politics of this guy are maybe they're more obscene.
I think they are
than Jasmine Crockett. We have a couple of clips.
They're pretty bad.
Yeah,
they're pretty bad. We'll get into that later. We have it for we got it coming up. But Talarico is a nightmare.
Yeah, he absolutely is.
So we do need to consider: will both of these candidates beat him? Does it matter? Will a Republican win this race?
I think so. I mean,
I think so too. I don't think we're that far down the road.
No,
yet.
we're not.
Sure hope not. I really hope not. The guy's a nightmare, and he claims to be a Christian.
And we're not. They said, we were concerned about what's his face and Ted Cruz. No.
Yeah, Beto. Yeah, and Beto got crushed by Cruz, and they were telling us every step of the way.
Right.
Oh, it's so close.
It's so close
to call.
Right.
Now, that is razor
I feel like
thin.
Texas is getting bluer by the day.
Yeah.
Well,
it feels that way.
It feels that way, but
when it really comes to the vote, I haven't seen a whole lot of evidence.
Right.
I mean, things got a little bit closer this last time, but I think Trump still won the state by 14, didn't he?
There might be something to the fact that Democrats showed up en masse more so than Republicans for their respective Senate races.
for the primary, yeah.
Well, that one was a little more heated, as we've discussed. Talarico actually defeated a black woman.
I was really surprised that
who he
Jasmine
unemployed.
lost.
Yes.
Almost. I mean, she's going to be unemployed pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more
Is that
year.
okay to do? I don't think so.
Yeah, there's a nightmare waiting to replace her after they redrew the lines.
Oh, no, really?
And I saw a clip of him. He's a preacher.
Okay.
And let's just say Jeremiah Wright comes to mind. And so they redistricted that area, but it's a safe Democrat seat, and he's going to
even after redistricting.
Yep, his name is. You would love this guy because when he had this graduation ceremony, the speaker, the commencement speaker was Louis Farrakhan, and there he is. He ran to make sure he got his picture taken with Louis Farrakhan there at
as
Grand
one would
State.
do.
Dr. Frederick Haynes. Get used to that name because a year from now we'll be playing clips of him on the floor of the House. Frederick Haynes, everybody.
Okay, good.
Awesome.
Isn't that a treat?
Awesome.
That's a treat. Okay.
I mean, who wouldn't run to get their picture
All right.
with Louis Farrakhan?
Right? I mean, everybody would. Everybody would.
No way he would let us get close to him to take a picture. But
Hey, a lot of, I think it's a record number of House members that are just retiring. They're not even putting up a fight this go around. But one of them that's retiring is Representative Burgess Owens. It feels like he just got there.
Wow, yeah.
So he spent 8
He's
years
retiring?
there. Yeah, he's calling it quits.
Burgess, what are you doing? Stay in
I like
office.
Burgess,
I
man.
do too.
That's a good man right there.
He is a very good man.
Yes, he is. Oh, speaking of good men, in Arkansas, the guy who ran for sheriff, who is currently, he's still got to face a trial for murder because you remember he had I don't remember how old
He
his
killed
daughter
an
was.
abuser of his daughter.
Yeah, he found the guy in the neighborhood in a car, a 67-year-old with his, I think, 14-year-old daughter. Chased down the car, killed the guy. Now he's going to go on trial for murder, but he won his primary for sheriff. There you go. Aaron Spencer.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to blame a guy for that.
It is not.
Isn't it?
I can't.
You can't.
Nope.
I mean, you shouldn't take the law into your own hands.
Right. They're going to make the case that he set it up and he hunted him down and he absolutely.
We can't have vigilantism.
Right.
We'll hear that.
Blah, 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 blah.
One
blah.
last thing. Al Green, Representative Al Green, he is in a runoff.
Oh, wow.
That? He's still got to win in May in the Democratic primary to maintain his seat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Oh wait,
lindo.
that's not the. I thought it was the other singing.
Why don't
Al
you
Green.
recreate it for us? Just recreate the sound clip.
No,
huh?
I don't think so. But it was definitely not the Mexico. I was hoping.
What was that? What is that from? What's the
This
Mexico
is
from?
Mexico. Lindo. Y querido.
I forget. I don't know.
Mero
Isn't that weird?
Que digan.
How many
I
times did
don't
this guy
remember
sing?
this. I don't remember this.
Where's Obama singing? Is he in Mexico?
I don't think so.
Mexico. Lindo.
Mexico.
Y querido. Tan tan.
I've never heard that.
I don't believe I ever have heard that before
awesome.
It's
either.
been a long time since we
I
played
mean, that's
that.
way better than the Al Green.
You think? I don't think so.
One more.
Because the Al Green, he was paying tribute.
Right.
He was doing it for the wife. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in love with.
I mean, he's taking care of a little business there.
Representative Tony Gonzalez, isn't he still in a runoff? The guy, and he admitted yesterday to that affair finally of the chick that set herself on fire.
Oh, geez. Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he's still in a runoff, though, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah, he admitted it on Joe Pagg's radio show, which I thought was fascinating.
Does he think that's his strategy to win the runoff?
I guess that was, good for Joe for getting it out of him.
But he finally comes clean after the election day, but before the runoff.
Oh, that's a good call, yeah.
Weird timing.
Yeah, I should have waited.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Go ahead, Kris. Just sit there in your neck brace and ignore the obvious.
Yep.
Ignore the obvious.
Second and a half.
My neck brace is a serious thing.
I know. You were almost killed yesterday.
Jeff Fisher
We've
with
had
his
so
stupid
many
canes.
workplace accidents.
Yeah, accidents. No, this was
Thank
an
you.
assault.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we started getting some hazardous pay.
He was... Yesterday, Kris was bleeding profusely.
Yes, we have a picture. Look at that.
Something broke and that he was trying to put together and shot into his eye right there, just above it. Thank goodness.
The way I saw it was Jeff Fisher used the broken piece to attack.
there were
Cruz.
reports online.
That's how America saw it.
That's how America saw it.
this.
I think you should sue
It was
him.
from a cane.
Honestly.
America saw it as a white person beating up on a brown person. That's how America saw it.
Here's the thing: America didn't see it because there's no video evidence of it. So there's video evidence of
Here we
me
go.
being struck with a
Let's
lightning
make it all
bolt.
about me.
Yeah.
Let's make it all about Jeffy now.
Well, there is evidence of this.
So in love with you.
That's really good.
That's why I loved it.
I mean, yeah, that clip and the Mexico clip. I had never heard the Mexico clip before. That was good too.
Yeah. He's a good singer.
Yeah, really good singer.
I mean, we've said it many times. That's the only thing during the entire stretch of 8 years that I liked from that guy.
Yeah, I mean, that was the Al Green thing. Now he's got two. I hadn't heard the Mexican thing before. So.
Yeah, now you're excited.
Did that happen while he was president? I honestly, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I think that was at a White House dinner.
Okay.
Or press dinner thing.
The Mexico thing?
Oh, no.
Trying to impress the cartels or?
Yeah. This was definitely during the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So in love with you.
Okay, the Mexico thing was at a Cinco de Mayo reception.
Really good.
In May of 2012.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, he was impressing the cartels.
Well, the guy can flat out sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's good. He's good. Of all the things that they claimed he could do...
that he could.
That he
impossible.
couldn't.
They always...
That were embarrassing, like the basketball situation.
And he's anything athletic.
Right. Wasn't.
No.
Okay. Obama sings in Harlem, Al Green at a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. 2012 as well. 2012, he was really feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got some tweets here. Caffeinated Texan tweets. Until Jews start strapping bombs to their bodies and blowing up civilians, I support Israel over their trashy neighbors. Okay.
That's a good
All right.
point.
That's a good point.
That is.
Mandalorian Patriot 2. Crockett will be part of The View in 3 months.
Oh, that's a good call.
Yeah,
that's a really good call because I thought they would have what's-her-face from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene by now.
No.
But I think they brought Hasselbeck.
I saw a headline.
Back, right?
Yeah.
She's been on there.
Weird.
Like permanently?
I don't know. She's been on there babbling.
I know she was a guest
because she was
host.
babbling.
Oh, okay.
Because she had made some comments against Megyn Kelly or whatever. That I didn't listen to the clip, so I don't know what it was.
What?
But it was. But my point is that I thought
What is your
Marjorie
point?
Taylor Greene.
Everybody's
would be on
wondering, what is your point? Can you get
That's
to it?
why I said.
And now Megyn Kelly
He
has
doesn't even
fired
know.
back at...
Oh, there you
Hasselbeck.
go.
Now
So
they're
it's
going back and forth. Oh, this will be fun.
So the
that's
hens
fun.
are fighting.
This will be a
Place
fun.
your bets now. Mine's on Megan. Don't want to mess with her.
Is that over Iran? Because I don't think
think it
Megyn
is.
Kelly is into
No, she
the
is
Iran
not.
war.
Oh, yeah.
No, she is not.
Well, I mean, are any of us into it? I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, it's.
I wish it didn't have to happen, but this might have. Plus, was it CBS? Yeah, CBS News did that report on all of the attacks they've done against
Right,
us over
the
the
history.
years that have never been retaliated.
We just let it go.
And they
Let it
even
go.
skipped some.
That was a great point.
Yeah.
That report was awesome.
That was really good.
Yes, it was.
That's the Barry Weiss
Yep.
influenced
Yeah.
CBS News.
It's amazing how when
facts.
you start to present both sides, you're. I mean, to the left, they're Fox News now.
Right.
Right.
When really they've just gone toward the middle and
Right.
they're trying to do actual news.
It
now.
is incredible that we were, you get a little bit enlightened on how Iran has thought of us and treated us.
Oh, yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah.
It was definitely time for someone.
And their own people.
Right,
By the way.
right.
Yeah. Despicable.
Yes.
Sarah Barra tweets, Jeffy said what I said when Keith stated he's Jasmine Crockett in a different package. I said, yeah, a white one. What's happening? I can't be like Jeffy.
Oh, no, Sarah.
You're right
you
to be
need
concerned, Sarah. You're right to be concerned.
Yeah. You might want to get to a doctor today.
Nobody wants to see that for you. That's just that's not good.
That's not true.
Nobody wants it for you.
Nobody wants that.
Flat Earth think tank. Talarico is going to be a serious challenge. He's an incredibly good fake Christian. Tons of people will fall for it. They will.
They are, they have.
They will. In fact, I mean, this guy has explained who his Christianity over time.
Yeah.
Where
was he? He was a member of a city council or something, I think, or maybe it was a Texas Senate committee hearing. I don't know, but what stands out of this is hard to see on this next clip. Is he's the far left? Ironic. He's the only one on this committee wearing a mask.
Oh,
this is a hearing from like 2020.
Oh,
and so he's the guy babbling on the left.
I want us all to be aware of is that modern science obviously recognizes that there are many more than two biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. Which,
how many?
Honestly, Representative Hefner surprised me too. Surprised me too, because I am not well versed in this issue area. I'm not a scientist. I'm a politician. A lot worse than a scientist.
So he settled on 6.
Yeah.
Settled on 6.
That's what he said. Yeah. He's like,
what happened to the other 84?
That's what I'm wondering. What a hater, right?
Science, but well, those are there. They're just science hasn't recognized.
In fact, there are 6. I've recently learned because I'm a dumbass. And
how stupid is that?
Crap.
Stupid.
All right, so
my
that's
God.
2020.
That's incredible. Okay, so he also claims that God is non-binary.
Yes, Pat Gray.
Is that in this clip 18?
No. All right, let's see.
Being Christian and being pro-choice are absolutely consistent.
No,
because
they're not.
Christianity is a feminist religion. Our oldest scriptures, 3,000 years old, reject embryonic personhood while affirming female personhood.
Where are you getting that?
In fact, modern mass Christian opposition to abortion is a relatively new phenomenon.
No.
The Southern Baptist Convention itself was pro-choice until the 1980s. Feminist, womanist theologians are helping us remember Christianity's feminist tradition, a tradition that has been obscured and hidden by generations of men. Did they teach you in Sunday
right
school?
there for just a second? That's not a very big church. Was he talking like in the back of the garage in the neighborhood?
Yeah,
I know.
By the way,
got
that's your
pulpit
average
there.
attendance at a church, Jeff Fisher. What you see there?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
That men and women are created equally in the book of Genesis.
Yes.
Did they teach you in Sunday school that the Bible sometimes describes God as a female?
No, they
Calling
did
her
not.
Sophia?
Not once.
What?
Stop it.
Did they teach you in Sunday school?
You show me that
Sophia,
passage.
Jesus Christ himself was a radical feminist. I don't claim to know what Jesus thought about abortion. He never mentions it either, which maybe that should tell us something right there.
Yeah, because it was inconceivable to people at that time that you would even consider murdering your baby.
Yes.
Come on now. That's
and I'm going to issue the correction because we talked about this last time we talked about this person, was that the Southern Baptist Convention, before the 80s, they will allow abortion in cases like rape, incest.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Right,
yes.
right.
That is not a pro-abortion
stance. And then in the 80s, they changed it to like, no
Doesn't
abortion.
matter.
1980, they said abortion ends the life of a developing human being.
That is not a pro-choice
No, it is
stance.
not.
Stupid.
So,
wow,
chill.
he's dangerous. He's
Very
really dangerous.
But he has a smile.
Thing.
Yeah, he smiles.
He's smoother.
So did Mamdani.
Mamdani, yes, sir.
So was it Jesus Sophia? Was it Sophia Jesus?
Sophia Jesus.
I mean, show me that.
Thank you.
Show me that. I've never seen it. Never read it several times.
Remember he told the story about Mary too, right? That's where he gets his abortion, where it talks about Mary asking if it was okay. They asked her if she wanted the baby, right?
And then she said yes.
And she said yes because it was up to her.
Yes.
Right.
She could have aborted Jesus anytime.
Right. That was his point.
Well, you have to read the Bible between the lines.
Yeah, very much between the lines.
No
like
kidding.
Between the lines of some other book.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna.
I love the Sophia thing really because I've never heard that.
Yeah.
He's a real charmer, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very charmer.
And
There's
a
some
solid
interpretations
Christian.
like that with the Sophia thing. I can't quite absorb it all right here, but some reference to Sophia in Proverbs. But I'm not able to provide more than that at this point.
Wait, why? You're not a scholar? Let's go to the scholar on the panel, Jeff Fisher.
Yeah, the one who studies all the way into work every day.
There's no need to get involved and go deep into Scripture this morning.
Okay, really?
No, Pat, go on with what you were saying.
Wait.
Sophia is the Greek word for wisdom. There you go.
How is
and they're
that
saying that's a feminine word. I don't know. I'm not.
Again, there's no need to go deep into Scripture and Proverbs. This
You were
morning,
probably
so
about to say that.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Just didn't want to get all.
But I don't know that it's
preachy on
calling
us.
God a woman or non-binary.
No, of course it's not.
There's no need to go deep into Scripture.
You keep telling us that.
He keeps coming back.
We got the
with more
Pope
stuff.
in waiting right here.
I know.
He's coming back with more
on
stuff.
All right. So we've got this woman who explains what's going on inside Iran. This is interesting because are they happy about what's going on? Are they happy the leadership died? We played you that clip the other day from people inside their homes because President Trump told them to stay in their homes. Otherwise, you'll be in danger. So anyway, they're all yelling and whooping it up over the fact that they just announced on Iranian TV that the Ayatollah was dead. And they're happy about it. So here's a woman who explains what's happening in Iran.
I have an update from inside Iran for those who are genuinely worried about people. The mainstream media are telling you crap because they want to use your natural worrisome reaction to stop the war and save the regime. My mother called me this morning to reassure me that everyone is safe. She had to call because the regime has cut off the internet again. It's a crime to cut off the internet on people during war, yet the regime does that. She said there have been loud explosions. It is still ongoing, more than in the 12-day war last summer, but nobody is panicking. Everyone is chill because they know from experience that they are all targeted, they're precise, and mostly from residential areas. And for those targets that are closer to the residential areas like mosques and siege bases inside neighborhoods, she said many people have received phone calls warning them to evacuate beforehand. It is consistent with what we learned from 12-day war. She also said even though we are close to the holidays, families are staying home as President Trump and Prince Reza Pahlavi instructed them. And they are avoiding public places like schools because we know for a fact that the regime uses them as human shield. So this is exactly why we Iranians in exile keep saying thank you to Trump and Netanyahu. You can clearly see how much attention and effort they put into protecting civilians, our families, while the regime deliberately targets high-density residential areas to maximize civilian casualties, not just in Israel, but in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Qatar. Our only real concern right now is the regime itself, the malfunctioning of their made-in-China missiles and their ongoing use of people as human shields. And how do we know about this human shielding? In 2020, the regime fired 2 missiles at a passenger plane full of Iranians and children near Tehran, right after attacking a U.S. base in Iraq. They expected Trump to hit back hard, so they could play the victim card. But Trump didn't retaliate, and they miscalculated. And we Iranians learned in a very painful way what this regime is capable of. I know many of you are worried. Please stay calm. No one wants war, but we have been left with no other choice. This regime is a cancerous tumor, and at this point, the only option is an invasive surgery. Please be patient, stay hopeful, and pray for the American and Israeli heroes, and for my people to stay safe and pass this storm. Please share this video as much as you can with your friends because...
Share it.
Wow. That's good. That's great.
It is. I hope we get it all.
Yeah.
I hope we get all. If it's a cancerous tumor, then let's get it all. But let's do the surgery now.
Well, we got 49 of them in one fell swoop. And then there were 88 gathered the next couple of days later.
We were told we got them, but we don't know. We never heard a number on that.
Yeah. All right. You've heard me talk before about Cove Pure, and for good reason. It's the best water purifier I've ever used. We have one at home. We got one here at the office. We just love this thing. Cove Pure makes our water taste amazing. No sketchy contaminants, just pure, crisp water. But here's something you might not realize. When people take meds, their bodies don't absorb all of it. So some of it gets flushed down the toilet. And guess what? Wastewater treatment plants are horrible at filtering out those leftover pharmaceuticals.
They sure are.
Things like antibiotics, antidepressants, hormone disruptors from things like birth control pills. No wonder we're so messed up.
Correct.
As a society right now. Luckily, Cove Pure is lab certified to remove up to 99.9% of impurities, including pharmaceutical drugs. So this is great stuff. You're going to love it. Cove Pure makes it really easy to own and operate. It sits on your countertop. No plumbers, no drilling. You just fill it up and plug it in. You can even select whatever temperature you want, hot, cold, or warm, with a tap of a button. You wouldn't take a stranger's drug prescription, so why accept their leftovers in your water? Make sure you go to covepure.com/Pat right now, and for a limited time, you'll get $200 off Cove Pure. So get yours today. Cove Pure, COVEPURE, covepure.com/Pat.
Subscribe today at blazetv.com/Pat. Pat Gray Unleashed. We'll be right back.
Fascinating to see and hear how the Iranians feel about what's going on inside their country right now. Because you would think they'd be upset with us, they'd be afraid, they'd be supporting their leader. That nothing could be further from the truth, from it seems most that we've heard from. The reported daughter of an IRGC official called into a Persian TV show in Britain. And it's in Farsi, so we've got to translate as she goes. But check this out. I'm calling from inside the regime. My father's an agent of the repressive forces of the Islamic regime. I'm very scared and stressed. I can say my father is the same level as Radon the criminal. Anybody familiar with Radon the criminal?
I don't know if this is a perfect translation, but I'll look at it.
Okay. I just want to say one thing. To the people of Iran, to the agents of the repressive forces, pay attention. Your commanders have packed their bags and are ready to leave.
Okay, real quick. Radon is the current chief commander of Iran's police force.
Okay. For me, who is his daughter, for my mom and every member of the family, they made forged passports with aliases to help us flee abroad. My father's hidden luggages of dollars in the house.
Me too. Me too.
Tell me to appear before the Hague court. I'm alive and a witness to the crimes my father has committed. Oh, wow. He has orders to kill people. Where should I go? I have photos, videos, documents. We are not one of these. I was arrested for Mahia Armeni's surprising uprising. Okay, uprising with 3 of my friends. But they recognized me, and my father came to release me. Hit me with a baton and a stun gun at home.
Okay. This is even real.
So I don't go, but they didn't release my friends. They were sexually assaulted. Who can we tell about these pains? The damn guy is my father, but I hate him. Talking to you, who are given a baton and stun guns and a military gun, so you can kill their fellow citizens. Do you know if anything goes wrong, they are the first people that will flee? They started from their houses. They sexually assaulted their daughters, killed them. Do you understand me?
It's a good question because they haven't said anything.
Do you know how much we suffered from this ruthless father? Again, this isn't a perfect translation, apparently. They forced me to wear hijab. They forced us to say prayers.
Blink their Islam. She said it.
If I had the strength, I would have been the first person to kill him. Wow. I committed suicide 2 times. But it was unsuccessful. My mother saved me. I couldn't bear this disgrace ever since I was a child. Hey, you, the agent of the suppressive forces, put your baton down today. Join your people. I'm their daughter. I grew up with that dirty money. Shame on me.
تو گناهی نداری دخترم.
You're not guilty, you're just a victim.
تو خودت قربانی. و درود به شجاعتت.
Hats off to your courage.
Oh, she's crying, man.
Wow. That's really something.
So that's from inside. And that is purported to be the daughter of someone whose dad is high up in that Iranian National Police Force.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Obviously, you don't believe that it's real.
It's just interesting.
Yeah. I think it probably is. I mean, the translation would have been better if it was.
It's not impossible that it's real. That's for sure.
No. I mean that. How many people in Iran have felt this way for decades, for their whole life, and they haven't been able to do anything about it because any uprising is squashed. They just kill you. They just killed, supposedly, 50,000 Iranians.
And we heard more, actually.
Yeah,
one estimate was higher.
One estimate was high as 90,000.
Yeah.
Yes. So here we are now helping them to. We just took out 49 leaders. Right. Eventually, it's going to be up to them, right? As the president has said. Now it's going to be up to you to take back your government, take back control of this place.
And that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out on the ground. Since
I don't know how they do it.
They're not an armed people.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah,
I asked that question for the last all week. I don't know how that happens.
I don't either. And it doesn't. I mean, we've seen what nation building in the Middle East brings when we do it. It doesn't really work. They're just not.
So should we say, hey, Saudi Arabia, come here, teach them how to do this?
It's hard to get a gun in Iran. Private gun ownership is generally forbidden. About 3 to 7% of those who apply to get a gun even get one.
Wow. Whew. Amazing.
Why do you need a gun? What do you need a gun for?
For times like what they're going through right now.
Yep. Exactly.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Got some tweets here. Zelda tweets, James Talarico in the pulpit. There's your false prophets church has warned you about. True. Okay. Erwin M. Fletcher. I keep saying this, but it's really fortunate for people like Talarico that God does not smite anymore.
Well,
bring smiting back.
Do we know that's to be true?
I don't. I mean,
lightning bolt hit this cat right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
With your help, but go ahead.
Right.
Well, I'm an instrument of God. We're dealing with evil in the world, I guess.
MAGA Mermaid tweets, James Talarico looks like Mad Magazine's Alfred E. Newman. People will see through this demon. Blasphemy is his only message.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I hope people see through it.
I see his damn sign up in my neighbor's yard and really just ticks me off.
Yeah, I've got one in my new neighborhood. It drives me incredibly insane every time I drive by it. I'm like, how stupid are you? I'm gonna walk up to their door, ring it.
I want to
and ask them.
He seems like a nice guy. The guy seems like a nice guy. I have actually met him before.
Talarico?
My neighbor.
Oh, your neighbor.
Your neighbor.
Oh,
okay. Wait, what's that like?
Yeah.
He
came over to complain about something. But he seemed like a nice guy, even though he was complaining.
I want you to
impossible. He can't be a nice guy.
Game this out.
I know, that's what I mean.
Right.
If people are just giving a cursory glance to this race, maybe they start paying attention in October. Is that enough time? I mean, we had so much evidence of how much of a snake and a fraud that Barack Obama was, and he won easily the presidency. There are plenty of people, even in this red state of Texas, that aren't going to take the time to learn. They're going to say, oh, he's a pastor? He's making common sense. That's fine.
Christian.
He was good on Joe Rogan.
All he needs to do is sing.
And it's like, who do you think he stands a better chance against? Ken Paxton or John Cornyn?
Who's the better singer between the two of them? Can any of them do this? I don't think so.
So in love with you.
I'm not a fan of either Cornyn nor Paxton in this race, but I think Talarico has a better chance when they get down to the personal details of those men.
Mm-hmm.
I think Paxton would lose to Talarico, and I think establishment Cornyn would
That'd be
win.
horrible. I don't know.
I think you're right.
I don't know.
That's why they want to hold
I
that
think
Senate
you're
seat,
right.
and they're getting behind Cornyn because they know what's in the closet of Ken Paxton, and standing up against that guy, Mr. Pastor, on the surface, it's not going to end well. Not for the Republicans.
Democrats are going to use his indiscretions against him when they're supposedly okay with that forever.
I just said a cursory glance at October, someone's going to go, a pastor versus this dirtbag Paxton?
Yeah.
They're going to vote for the pastor guy, regardless of an R or D after his name. That's why they're getting behind Cornyn, I surmise.
We've got Flat Earth Think Tank tweeting, Jesus didn't mention it, is an asinine argument. There's a lot of things not mentioned specifically.
Yeah.
You're to apply the teachings to the things that aren't mentioned to determine appropriate action. Pretty easy to infer, don't murder your baby.
Wait, so we're supposed to apply the things that are said.
Yes.
To things that
aren't said, and then noodle that out for yourself.
Oh, wait, you have to noodle it out?
If you have to be commanded in all things, you're a slothful servant.
Well, isn't that the book of Leviticus, right? Leviticus is just full of the laws.
Right, yeah. But that's why, people who went off the rails a little bit with 680 things, or what is that deal?
Yes. Yes.
So many things that you can't do.
Right,
and you have to be told every little thing that you...
That's not a relationship with Jesus.
You can only walk a certain amount of steps on the Sabbath. All of those things start to get tossed in when you try to get every little thing
You
taken care
become
of.
legalistic, and that's not the whole point of Christianity.
Yeah, right. From Thor's Spirit, no, James. As a Baptist old enough to know what the church taught in Sunday school before radical leftism, we learned God is the Father, also known as male. Adam was created first in his image, and Jesus taught hurting children earns you a special place in hell.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really true.
Thank you.
So true. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that neither James Talarico nor Jasmine Crockett actually won on Tuesday.
This is serious.
So,
yeah, we have this doctor, what's his name?
Third candidate, Ahmad Hassan from Houston.
Yeah, he posted something very important.
Something really fascinating.
Yeah, so
on X.
He quoted Sidney Powell, okay? And the quote is, share as much as possible. The fraud is massive. Shame on these people. And then he adds, broadcast the truth, which the truth is, as he shows the actual election results on his official X page.
Okay.
Ahmad Hassan got
98%.
He's got Sidney Powell quoted there.
It says right there, elected.
So, and look at the quote. Look at the quote right underneath that. Do you see that? It says, people in Dallas County saw this before the Dominion servers were seized. Sidney Powell. And he's clearly quoting her just the other day about his race.
So congratulations.
So you may recognize those quotes from Sidney Powell from 6 years ago, but apparently they were just 6 days ago. Just a couple days ago.
So obviously the 41-40 victory by Talarico over Jasmine Crockett, completely false.
No, 53-40 or something.
Total fraud. Whatever it was, it's over.
Yes.
This guy had 98% of the vote.
Yes.
And those
Fake
damn
news.
Dominion machines
Well, that's what
changed
Dallas
it all.
County. They saw the results before they seized the machines. 98% for
That's
Hassan.
awesome. How great is that?
So it's actually going to be what's the name again?
Hassan. Ahmad Hassan.
Ahmad Hassan versus either the Paxton
or
Cornyn winner.
Well, if he's getting 98% of the vote, I don't
Might
think
as well
Paxton or Cornyn
That's the
have
thing,
any chance.
because the base on the left is clearly much more solidly behind their candidate.
They're
than the
united
right.
behind this guy.
Just drop out. Ken and Cornyn, just drop out.
That is fantastic.
He's awesome.
Tell me that's not
I
fantastic.
think Keith is right though on the Cornyn Paxton call against Talarico. That's gonna darn it.
I don't know that. Do polls bear that out?
It feels like it's right. Feels like that's a good call. And I hate to say Keith got something right, but I think he did. Because they're going to and that's going to be the way they look at it.
History
and so they're going to make
credit for a prediction.
Wow, look at that.
And Trump is going to anoint Cornyn, his buddy, who's been teased walking around this anointment for the last year, will finally have it. It's going to be bad.
Well, I disagree. I mean, this guy already has it all locked up.
Yeah, 94.
Ahmad Hassan. Once the fraud comes out, the Dominion machines stole it from him.
Honestly,
it's over.
What kind of doctor is he? Because if I see that,
aromatherapy.
I'm thinking, okay, I gotta get a new doctor. Is he?
Yeah, aromatherapy.
Really?
No.
Aromatherapy. I wouldn't be surprised.
Could be.
Holy crap!
It could be.
General surgery.
Wow.
Hands off, bro.
No kidding.
Let's Texas Oncology. Nah. I'm gonna get a new one.
At least make your little farce believable and say you got 52% of the vote.
Rewind, Pat Gray. Are you telling me that he did not get 94% of the vote?
No, it was 98.
Oh, 98. I apologize.
No, he didn't get 94
He didn't get
or
that
98.
number.
No, he did not.
Look at that. Like when you go to now, obviously he's. I'm sure he'll revamp this for the general election, but here's his very professional-looking Hassan for Texas website.
Okay.
The opening page is Dr. Ahmad Hassan with the great Beto. And I want to
Beto.
I want to point out Beto smiling for a picture on Ahmad Hassan's website. There's Ahmad Hassan.
He's not smiling.
Not even into it, man. He's just like, what? Why am I
he's
here?
a serious
Let's see what we
doctor.
got here.
No,
Let's
he's a
make
serious
Texas
doctor.
affordable and safe under Dr. Hassan's leadership. No deportation without due process. Work permits to immigrants to serve our community. Look at all these
Guy's
accomplishments
fantastic.
here.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So there
Well,
we
he's
go.
a law school graduate? What?
He still isn't smiling. He can't smile.
He's a professional.
Mm-hmm. Professionals don't smile in photographs.
No, you don't.
No.
I don't think he knows how to smile. Oh, he kind of smiled there with his whoever that is. Granddaughter. Yeah. There it is. He's not into it,
There you
man.
go.
He
There's
just,
a little.
Is that a smile? That's a
little-
take that picture for the website. Let's go. I got things to do.
Smirk.
Maybe. Yeah.
But a guy who gets 98% of the vote doesn't need to smile.
Thank you.
Okay?
That's the thing.
I don't need to put on
That's the
airs. Everybody loves me. Everybody loves my policies.
Except for those Dominion machines.
Yeah, except for those.
Hold on. Jeffy, here's a picture. I want to show Jeff Fisher here. If you're not smiling there, I don't think you're ever going to smile.
Look at that.
Surrounded by Barker's beauties and still
Look
can't
at that.
smile. Nice
Wearing the
David
red,
Barton
white, and
collection
blue
shirt, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
American flag shirt there. That's good.
That's an awesome flag shirt.
right.
And you're right. If you're not
Awesome.
smiling with Bob's girls, what are we doing?
What are you doing?
Come on, bro.
What are you doing?
Something going on.
All right, let me tell you about the spring lineup at Kexi Cookies. Been really busy in the kitchen. Our new lineup is so fresh, it'll make a bouquet of flowers look boring. It will. Or wilted when they're brand new. We got blueberry lemon, white chocolate strawberry, even a buttery almond croissant cookie. You've had that, right, Chris? You like?
Oh, yeah. Anything almond that comes under you guys' kitchen, I'm eating.
Yeah,
Yes.
nice. Have you tried the Irish cream
I did
brownie?
last year.
Oh, I love that thing. It is so good. It's not just a brownie. It's infused with a generous pour of Irish cream, rich and decadent, absolutely delicious. Yeah, I wonder if you could go to Kexi.com and
I'm
order
just saying
it.
I haven't tried it this year.
By the way, when you mean generous, you mean generous.
Generous, yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's loaded with this stuff. We got this review from, is there a name involved here? Yeah. I sent a box to my nephew for his birthday who likes crumble cookies. I wanted him to see what amazing cookies you all make.
Call.
He sent me multiple texts back telling me how he absolutely loved your cookies and that they were so much better than crumble. He just turned 18 and he couldn't stop raving about each cookie. Thanks for making such amazing cookies. You are definitely welcome. And I think that's what you'll find when you try these. They just are the best made. I'm only saying that because it's true. That's the only reason. So head to Kexi.com. That's Kexi. Kexi.com. Get yours shipped straight to your door. Now,
more Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yesterday, we didn't get. There's so many things going on. We just can't get to everything in the amount of time we have. But we didn't get to the hearing on illegal immigration and child sex trafficking. Tim Tebow was a big part of that hearing. Let's just play a little portion of it because it's really long.
It's really long. It was an amazing thing. I mean, they let Tebow speak, and some of the numbers and what he talks about is. Well, incredible and sad.
Is there any at the very beginning here, and we'll play the rest maybe?
I don't remember at the very beginning.
Overtime.
He says, he's thanking them,
all right.
And then he talks about he shows a map.
Here's what he had to say.
Good morning, Chairman Hawley, Ranking Member Durbin, distinguished members of the committee. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and really a privilege and humbling to be here with all of you, Miss Julia, Miss Stacia, Yasmin, Miss Jane.
Everybody,
it really is humbling.
This is why it took 5 minutes.
To be sitting beside all of you. So thank you so much for your work.
You got it.
As you mentioned,
get to it.
I'm so blessed to be a part of the Tim Tebow Foundation.
Get to it, Tim.
And love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need. But to really sum it up, it's to fight for people that can't fight for themselves. And I believe that's exactly why we're here today. Several years ago, we were finishing a leadership meeting, and I looked at Camille, our VP of Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Exploitation, and she had a very sober look on her face. And I said, Camille, what is it? What's breaking your heart? And she wrote down the number 20,000. And I said, Camille, 20,000 what? And she said 20,000 boys and girls. That's the best guess of what law enforcement can see in rape and abuse images, but yet they're categorized as unknown, unidentified. So that led us to a meeting in Lyon, France with HSI, FBI, Interpol, Europol, NCMEC, Google, ONIMI, and 18 other countries to find out, okay, what actually is the closest thing to the truth? And it wasn't 20,000. It was 57,000 boys and girls in the ICSA database that have yet to be identified.
That's great that he's fighting for these kids because
he is.
Not a lot of people are.
No. They are not.
And good for him for doing this. We'll play that more of that. In overtime.
Yes, it's very good, and it's my favorite part of it is it was a hearing with our government officials, and they said zip.
Yeah, they weren't grandstanding. They're letting him.
They said zip.
Yeah, that's great. Here was DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, though, on Biden and child sex trafficking.
Accompanied alien children were lost by the Biden administration, not tracked. We've located about 145,000 of them, and we've done that through the investigative work of our Homeland Security Investigations team. They are phenomenal at the work that they do, and they specialize in child trafficking, sex trafficking, and finding individuals that would perpetuate that harm against our children. The one thing that has been challenging is that under the Biden administration, the government paid sponsors in HHS in order to host these children. And those sponsors, many times, we found instances where they trafficked these children themselves. So under that administration, we not only had children that were in this country as a part of a program, the government was paying individuals that were knowingly trafficking them and abusing them. That has stopped. We have gone through and found these children and put them back with their families when we have the opportunity to do so, and with loved ones that will care for them. And I would say that even in one case, we have other countries where we've been working with them to get their children back home, where we've been prevented returning these families back and helping them to be reunified by activist judges. But we will continue to work to ensure that these individuals and these children that were abused by the trafficking over the border have the opportunity to be brought back to their families and to their loved ones going forward.
That tells you part of how bad the Biden administration was at all of this. Illegal immigration, losing track of children, all of that stuff. And they were pathetic. They were a catastrophe at illegal immigration. And yet, Joe Biden the other day was bragging about how good he did during his administration with illegals.
Everything you read, despite the fact that COVID drove migration to record levels all around the world. The day I left office, border crossing into the United States were lower than the day that I entered that office inherited from Trump.
What?
That's just a fact.
No, it's not.
On the day I left office, I handed Trump the strongest economy in the world.
No, you did not.
In the world. That's
Nobody
not
believes
hyperbole.
Come on,
That's
now.
a fact.
Yeah, it is hyperbole. It's a lie, is what it is. First of all of that are bald-faced lies. This guy has no shame.
And he knows it.
In his last full month in office, December 2024, Biden's number of illegals crossing the border was 47,330. In January 2025, when he was still responsible for the first 20 days of that month, and Trump's policies had obviously not kicked in, it was 61,000 illegal crossings. Then, during Trump's first full month in February of last year, so a year ago today, it went from over 61,000 illegals crossing the border to 8,347. 8347 from 61,000. So he just flat out lied. Now, was it lower than when Trump left office the first time? And his last month was lower than Trump's first month? I don't know. But what a lying sack he is. To even bring up the border.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Even to a friendly audience is just insane. Everybody knows. Democrats, Republicans, young, old, zygotes know. Everyone knows that he allowed 10 to 12 million illegals to cross our border while he was in office. 10 to 12 million, including a month that was a record-breaking month. It was the most of all time when 250,000 crossed in one single month. And then he's got the nerve to stand there and say that he did better than Trump?
Please.
Trump has shut down illegal immigration. We're effectively down to zero now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no border crossings that are illegal.
Oh, yeah.
To speak of.
Yeah, Homan's even said that he rolled right along in a four-wheeler along a lot of the border with California, Arizona, and Texas, and saw zero people on all of his trips down there.
When before it was like a rock concert. Yeah. You know, there's people trudging across, hundreds of thousands of people coming across.
It's so good at the border, we're shooting down our own drones.
Yeah.
Just to prove that we can do it.
Yeah, right?
Just to stay busy.
Just so there's something they can do.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's been one of the most successful initiatives of any president ever in the history of our nation. And then this buffoon tries to take credit.
Good to hear him again, though.
Oh, no.
Is it?
Good to hear him again, isn't it?
Let me ask the Jeffy question. Is it?
Good to hear him again. Yeah, because they drug him out. That was in South Carolina. They were the South Carolina Democrat Party brought him in because they were celebrating his win.
Yeah.
In South Carolina.
Oh, right.
In 2020.
Right. That's what that's. Yeah, that's what this speech was.
Thank you, South Carolina. We appreciate you making sure that the Biden nomination was on track. Let me take the South Carolina flag off my hat right now.
Seriously. I mean, you're still celebrating something from 10 years ago? You're marking that anniversary?
Wow.
After he did his best to destroy this nation?
I bet they paid for that speech, too.
Oh, I bet they did.
And that crowd, a friendly crowd that paid him to come and speak, play that again, play this again, because they even realize he's lying through his teeth about the border. Listen.
You read, despite the fact that COVID drove migration to record levels all around the world, the day I left office, border crossing into the United States were lower than the day that I entered that office inherited from Trump.
See, he can't even spit it out.
I won't say it.
They just were like, oh, yeah, okay, what? Is
What?
he talking
Yeah,
about?
what is he saying?
You didn't even
now?
hear
Wait.
him. I mean, it's just, come on.
We should look up that stat. Okay, what was the level of immigration when Trump took over in 2017? Because let's say February 2017 was his first full month in office.
Right.
Is that lower than the 61,000 he left Trump? I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
Well, here's a headline from March 8th, 2017.
All right.
Homeland Security. Oh, this is the liberal Texas Tribune, by the way. Homeland Security notes sharp drop in illegal crossings in February. The Trump administration on Wednesday celebrated what the Department of Homeland Security said was an unprecedented drop in illegal crossing on the country's southwest border since he took office January 20th. All right, what is that?
So even that stat is bogus, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it took him a minute to fix the mess that Obama left him. I don't know.
40% decline in the first month of Trump's presidency.
A 40% decline.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Why do I have to look up this old man's crap?
I don't.
Such a liar.
It's crazy. He's a lying sack. There's just no question about it. But it was good to hear from him,
Good
Jeffy.
to hear from him.
Good to hear from
Glad
him.
to see he's doing so well. Glad to see he's beating cancer. Are we getting the cancer initiative back in line and on track?
Well, he cured it, so we don't need to worry about it anymore.
I think he has.
Because he cured cancer, right?
I think he has, at least for himself.
Listen to this. Just in Trump's first month on the second term, we were down, let's see, daily border encounters down 93, between 93 and 95%. Migrant crossings down 99%. This is the first 100 days.
Yeah. Well, it went from 61,000 to 8,347.
It's like,
that's a huge decrease. I mean, to even bring it up is
embarrassing, bro.
Embarrassing. Insanity. But we fixed it, so you're welcome. You're welcome. We've got overtime coming up today. We'll be back to finish off the week tomorrow.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.